So today, I'm going to cook up something a little bit different. I'm going to use the pizza oven, but I'm not cooking pizza. I'm cooking a steak sandwich. So, let's set the pizza oven up first. Got to put my gloves on, because it's a bit mucky. And from what I remember from last time I used this, is that the stone was a bit bleh, because I think I'd spilt some contents of a pizza onto it. So, just got to get it out of the bag. So what we're doing is I'm using my Ooni Fira wood pellet pizza oven. And this is it. So just got to set up the 3 legs that it has. And then we've got a little don't know if you heard that. Sounds like we've got some boy racers going past. Anyway, so this is the little hopper. This sits on the back. We fill that up with wood pellets. That sits in there. And then we've got our little chimney with like a bellow in there. Seeing that? That one just sits on top. There's the little lid. Oh, it don't look too bad in there actually. Not too bad at all. Okay. Let's get this little beast sorted. So I'm going to give it a bit of a wipe over first. So we're just going to use a normal sponge. Give it a little bit of a wipe. Hasn't been used for a few weeks. So I just want to... Oh, needs a good blast. Good bit of heat going through there. Other than that, it don't look too bad. Obviously, it's a pizza oven, it gets quite mucky. We don't want to get the stone wet because we don't want to add any moisture to it. That's a risk of it cracking. I think that'll do for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my little stone brush and I'm going to clean the... So I've just given that a little bit of a brush. So what I'm going to do today is I'll fire that up in a bit, give it some good bit of heat for 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, get it up to its optimal, or its highest temperature, about 1,000 degrees. And then I'm going to cool it down a little bit because I'm going to use the Ooni skillet and I'm going to put that in there, heat that up, and I'm going to cook a steak. Then after I cook the steak, I'm going to get one of the pizza pucks that I have, pizza doughs. So I usually have my own. Went to look for some this morning, have none in the freezer. So popped to the shop and I've got a couple of frozen ones, just generic frozen ones from the major supermarket. They're in my proofing box at the moment, so they should be okay to do in probably about half an hour to an hour. I'm going to heat this up first and then we'll come back and we'll start cooking. So let's get on and heat this up. So I've got myself a little tub here. And this is where I keep all of my pizza gubbins, anything to do with this oven. So I've got a little 12-volt fan, a USB fan. That's what I use at the back just to blow a bit of air through should it need it. If it's not a very windy day, I've got my digital thermometer. I've got some like fire starters, that. That's my little hopper, or that sits on top of the chimney. And I've got a lighter, but I need to put in some more of these. So I just get these from anywhere really, generic. So I got these from Lovelogs. So I'm gonna stick them in there. That'll keep them as dry as possible. But I need to fill up the hopper first. So come with me and I'll show you where that is. So the hopper is here. So we just take that out, put some in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit probably just a couple of little spoons of that. We get one of the fire lighters. We just start that up. We're having a bit of a, well, I say we, Emily's having a little bit of a outdoors refurbishment at the moment. So we did have some lovely that fake grass that was down, and then she's painting the floor, she's been painting the walls. So I'll just put this lid back on there. This usually just stays in the shed. And if I can just show you. So just keep feeding that hopper, and then I use this digital thermometer and we just check the temperature of that. Be back to you in a minute. So we're having a few technical issues. My microphone's died and we've had to wait a little bit longer because the pizza puck, or the dough puck, was not ready. So I've now fired it up, kept it going. It is now reading 400 degrees on my skillet. I'm just about to pull that out, and then I've got a little piece of rump. I'm going to stick that on. There. My tongs. That goes there. And that steak will go in. Oh, it already smells nice. So we're just going to wait a few minutes. We're losing light as well, as you can see. My outdoor light is kaput, waiting for the electrician to come and fix that. I've got a few solar lights that are shining up here because we've had a little bit of sunshine in the UK, believe it or not. Unbelievable, isn't it? I even got out my solar panels and my power station just to see if it worked, because I got them and haven't been able to use it yet. I can confirm I got about 10 watts out of a 240 watt panel. But all good, all good. Just bring you around and let you have a look, see what's going on. So we might have to go back indoors in a minute, just to do the final slicing and dicing. Hello Jasper, my little dog's arrived. What can you smell? I think you can smell steak, can you? Hey? Looking and smelling amazing. So when we get around to sorting out the little pizza puck to show you how I'm going to make the sandwich out of it, I'll take you indoors because it's better lighting and a better surface, and I can show you what I'm doing. just going to cook the steak up first, let it rest, then do the bread. And try not to get my steak robbed by one of the animals, because they're all thieving little sods. So let's just get this out and have a little look. Bit dark, can't really see too much, but let's... Oh! Oh. We'll have to go indoors in a minute to see that. Woohoo! Looking mighty fine. So although we're in the UK and I had some sunshine earlier on, it is still only about 5 degrees at the moment. So I am outside, obviously underneath this lean-to device in our back garden. 5 degrees, it's cold, my hands are cold. Right, I'm just going to test the push test on the steak, so you can just see how well it's done. I think that's going to be about right. There's our steak. So I'll take that indoors now, let it rest, and we'll sort out the dough. We'll leave that there. Take that off. Oh, look at that, and that's for tomorrow, some short rib. So now I'm going to show you what we're going to do about the pizza. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out the pizza puck. Here's the pizza dough. I'm not a fan of these frozen ones. I'm not a fan because they just don't rise. Their proofing is poor. It says leave it in the bag that it comes with, and I'm like, tell what I'll do. I'm going to use this lid. I'm going to use this lid. Put a little bit of semolina on. And I'll show you what I'm doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to I got this, I mean, I've got to give credit. I was watching a program on YouTube, and I was watching Adam from Peddling Pizza. So I just sort of made it into a nice strong bit. A strong bit, it's not a strong bit, as a long bit, and then put that on the peel, and it just expanded into like a roll. I don't know, I can't remember. Let's see if I can just do it like that. So I'll just check the temperature inside. (345 degrees Celsius). So I should just put a little bit of semolina on my peel and just launch it in there. See what happens. By rights, it should puff up, and then we get some leoparding over the top of it. But I haven't got much hope out of this, only because it was the frozen one, and I think it's probably just a bit too cold. If this one doesn't work, I'll be honest, I'll show you it doesn't work. And what I do with the other pizza puck is I'm just going to flatten it out like a pizza, and I'll just cook it flat on its own, and then I'll just fold it over and make it like a calzone, but with steak. I need the dough to rise properly, to cook out, it needs to bake out, otherwise it's just going to be raw dough. And that ain't going to be nothing. Hello Jasper again. This is not going to be nice if we do it that way. Definitely not a fan of this dough. I won't name it and shame it, but I just don't like it. It's just not expanding like I'd expect it to be. And I'm just going to keep cooking. It's just not going to do anything, I don't think. I'll take it inside and I'll show you what it's like in a moment. So it's certainly not risen that much. Let's have a look and see whether it's raw. Yeah, it's still raw in there. Not happy with that. Definitely smells raw as well. Don't like it. Don't like it. So what we're going to do is I shall get a bit more semolina. I shall crudely get this into a pizza form. I don't actually need to have a crust around the edge, so I'm going to push that right out. Certainly doesn't feel like the dough that I make. And there's no weight in it when I'm trying to stretch that out. Can't even. I've only used this once before. Now I realise why. Don't know what it's going to do. Be back in a moment. Okay, so seems to have cooked. We've got a bit of a bubble going on there, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do about this. Just watching the dog. I can hear his belly rumbling just as much as mine. I think it'll be a bit well done. I know I'm doing this with a bread knife, but crudely, I'm going to add. What sauces have we got, Jasper? I'm just going to go for a little bit of ketchup. So there we go. Maybe not the best, but you know what? We've all got to have a go. It's pretty damn good. It's quite good in that. This, complete no-no. So thank you very much for joining us again this week. A little bit different. We haven't gone away in the van or anything like that. Emily's working. I'm at home with the dogs. I thought I'd try this something that we do when we go away, because I am planning on taking my pizza oven with me. So until next time, thank you very much. Please do hit the like, subscribe, comment down below. If there's anything I've been using today or you don't know where it is from or anything like that, I haven't been paid to do this. I've paid for everything that I've used today. So I will catch you again soon. Latest.